of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9?
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
First carry for James Conner. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Now Cousins. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw is Cousins. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The Cardinals at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. And they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month, partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Cousins. That's complete to Tyler Johnson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive.
Cousins throw here complete into the hands of Ertz. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
Got his man, Robbie Anderson.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Again, it's Cousins. And this is going to be intercepted.
Kyler Gordon picks it off.
And now off to the races down the right side. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown.
Well, it's only the first quarter, but that's a quick shift of momentum right there because they were driving the football before that interception. And then not only, Charles, do they throw the pick, but it gets returned all the other way for the score.
I think the important thing here was it backed up in their own territory. This defense didn't blink. They hung in there, waited for the offense to make a mistake, and as soon as they did, they capitalized in the biggest way possible.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
4-4, their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Play fake. Cousins. Open man is Anderson. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. They convert on third with a gain of 22. Connor up the middle. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Cousins on 3rd and 2. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Cousins. That's complete once again to Hopkins. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Cousins to throw it. And this will be swung out here for counter. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Robbie Anderson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from taking the lead. Extra point down the middle. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now Fields. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Fields. And able to find Alan Lazard. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Cousins. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Cousins. Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Bears are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Here's Fields. He's got a man, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 33 yards that time. First down, here's Mitchell. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And he is going to lose yardage here. They wind up. Couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Santos' kick is up and through, and they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Cousins. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. On 1st down, Fields. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
To throw is Fields.
He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. To throw again on second down.
Fields.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. The Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal.
He made his first attempt, this from 45. And this one is no good. He missed it, and that will keep this a 2-point game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. We've got a little more than a minute to go. I think the offense is saying, hey, all we need here, a field goal, and we can take the lead into intermission.
Well, I think that's what the goal should be. Give your kicker a chance to give you those 3 points. But in the meantime, if someone falls asleep on the defensive side, you might take advantage of that and get a big shot downfield, too.
And he stopped immediately there. And the Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on third.
Could play an exotic coverage.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Now it's Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Third and long. It's Fields.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Now here's Trenton Gill now.
And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks, like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Now Cousins.
That's taken in. Trey Nixon. And he's going to have a first down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Cousins now to throw on first down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by James Bradbury. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. Santos now to add the PAT. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
1 second, all that remains.
Going deep for Hopkins. And now here is another interception.
Kyler Gordon picks it off. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick.
Here comes Harris out of the end zone.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Back to throw. Fields.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get on the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. 47-yard punt, a return of 4.
And they will take over first and 10.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, Cousins. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Fred Warner.
And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
I think that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Eddie Jackson picks it. He's at the 50, 30, 10, 5, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. On 1st and 10 is counter. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Cousins. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he's going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 34. Here's Cousins. Has it left side.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
From the red zone now, Cousins. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Another try after the first down sack. Cousins. And oh, it'll be intercepted. There he goes left side. Past the 20. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
And, Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Meanwhile, Cousins throw complete there to Moore.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down. Play fake, Cousins. Out to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Cousins from the gun on third. And now here is another interception.
Kyler Gordon picks it off.
And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
Off play action. Fields
sliding out of the pocket. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. Santos' kick is up and through.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Nick Bosa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
3rd and long for Cousins. Found his target. It's Anderson. A huge play there for Arizona. 43 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia. And the Bears are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Making the stop there, Daniil Hunter. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score. A fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona.
So hold the phone here, Charles. I've kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
Connor going to try and run it. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the one. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the two-point attempt is turned aside.
Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead.
And he goes across the 20 to the 22. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery.
And he can muster only a couple here to the 24. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week, he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Fields to commit there for a Chicago first.
A run between the tackles with Breida. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Here's Fields. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Roquan Smith.
And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's a handoff left side to Breida. They find some open field here.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.